You're probably curious like me and wanted to try a larger front sprocket. I ordered one from the Ankle Wax shop. This one is 15th sprocket, and of course I tried to replace the old one, and first thing I noticed, I have to remove this nut, and it seems complicated because when you try to unscrew it, everything turns and you will have some problems removing it. So you have a couple of options. First one, you can put the motorcycle in gear. I wouldn't recommend this. You would probably break the transmission to try to unscrew it and the motorcycle's in gear. The second option, you can apply, you need some help from somebody. You can apply brake both front and rear brake and try to unscrew it then with the motorcycle on the ground, not like here on the stand. You have a third option. You can remove the rear wheel and leave the axle inside, and then just put a screwdriver through the chain and tie it with a zip tie. So I tried that, but it didn't work for me because I didn't have my impact wrench. I didn't have the 32mm socket for the impact wrench, so I tried with the breaker bar and I managed to bend my screwdriver, so I gave up and I finally ordered the 32 socket for the impact wrench, and I decided to do some hack. So I cut a piece of old chain, and I will use the old chain to actually stop front sprocket from turning. So this is how we're gonna do it. I'll just put it in here, and this will prevent front sprocket from turning, and we will use the impact wrench to remove the nut. So if you are trying to do it by yourself, it's very easy. You only need to remove the shift lever here. I used the marker to mark where it was, so I don't have to adjust it later. So you just unscrew this screw, remove it here so it isn't in the way. You have here some plastic cover, and here also, if you want, you can order this aluminum gear lever holder here. If you have any problems with the false neutral, there is a piece of aluminum piece here. You can mount it here. It will help you stabilize this shaft for shifting. So I'm not planning to do this. I don't have any problems, but I will try now to remove the nut and see how it goes. So before removing the nut, you have this securing washer here. I already straightened here, so it was bended like this outside. You need to use the flat screwdriver to flatten it down. This is the new one. If you're wondering how does it look, so this is go outside and you bend it here so the nut cannot be unscrewed when you're driving. So let us try this hack and see if it's gonna work. So I have an impact drill here, and let's try to unscrew this. Piece of cake. So it was easy. Just cut a piece of old chain and use it as a brake here. Now I will remove the nut on the rear axle, so I can free the rear axle and get some slack here so I can remove the front sprocket. Before mounting the sprocket, make sure which side is facing outside. As you can see, it's clear set outside, so put it like this. I also bought the new washer and the new nut, just in case there were like a couple of euros, just to be sure. We'll have to torque it to specs, I think 125 Newton meters. We will use the same hack here for this. Later you will need to adjust the chain slack because you have one tooth extra, so make sure you do it as in the manual. Also use some kind of marker to mark the position of the nut, just in case you can check later if something is unscrewing, and don't forget to bend the security washer in place so it will prevent the nut from unscrewing. Before mounting the sprocket, make sure which side is facing outside. As you can see, it's clear set outside, so put it like this. I also bought the new washer and the new nut, just in case there were like a couple of euros, just to be sure. we'll have to torque it to specs. I think 125 Newton meters. We will use the same hack here for this. Later you will need to adjust the chain slack because you have one tooth extra, so make sure you do it as in the manual. Also use some kind of marker to mark the position of the nut, just in case you can check later if something is unscrewing, and don't forget to bend the security washer in place so it will prevent the nut from unscrewing. I use the marker to mark the position of the screw, and I will now untie the lock nut, and I will screw inside the equal number of turns on both sides to make it quicker. And this is 3, so I'll do the same thing on the other side and see if this is enough slack for the new sprocket. So it took me 4 turns here. As you can see, now we are on the 3rd mark from the rear. Chain slack looks okay. I will adjust it properly when I finish and put it on the side stand. But now it looks okay to tighten the nut, and that's it. So I will use the same hack as before. I will use the chain, the piece of old chain here. I will put it inside, and I will try to torque it to the specs. And that's it. You just have to put everything back. If you made the mark like here, it will be easy. Just put it, shift lever where it was, put back the plastics here and here, and you're done. You can try and test your 15 tooth sprocket.